Did Kim Zolciak's ex-husband Kroy actually steal her purses and her medicine? You guys, I have the TikToks here. There's body cam footage. You guys, there is so much going on with Kroy and Kim from Real Housewives of Atlanta. So let's go ahead and find out what's going on. If you're not familiar with Kim Zolciak, she was actually married to Kroy Biermann, who was an NFL player, and she was originally on Real Housewives of Atlanta, and she was a huge star. She was known for her fights with Nene Leakes, and so there was a lot of drama on Real Housewives of Atlanta. I think that she actually maybe got taken off the show. You know, she's not on the show anymore. So I think she got into a huge fight with Nene, and they wound up kicking her off the show, it seemed like. But she was married to Kroy. They seemed to have a fairy tale marriage. And she was always flexing and shopping, and they had Rolls Royces and they lived in this huge mansion. But apparently, guys, they were actually headed towards eviction and foreclosure on their house. And then they wound up getting divorced. So there was a lot going on behind the scenes. They have pretty much, I believe, lost their home. And Kim is having to move out of the home. And Kroy, I believe, is supposed to move out of the home. But now Kim says that Kroy is stealing her belongings while they're trying to move out of the marital home. So Kim says that Kroy has stolen her purses and her medicine. So I have the body cam footage here. So I figured we'd watch it together and find out exactly what is going on. Because, you know, who is telling the true story? Kim says that Kroy is this monster, and Kroy says that Kim is a raging narcissist. So the first clip I have here, Kim is trying to move out of the house, and he's trying to block the moving truck from her moving out. So let's go ahead and see. This is her talking with the police. I believe this is body cam footage.
Hey, what's going on?
How are you? So
Good.
I'm a moving company.
Okay.
I come out here to move, you know, her stuff or whatever they got going on, or I don't know what their marriage situation is.
Okay.
He blocked me and said I couldn't leave.
Okay, yeah, as I say, you can't do that. I mean, you're about to leave?
Yeah, we're done. We're about to leave.
Kroy, my ex-husband, is trying to block everything. He's locked me out of the door.
Okay, what is the legal situation here? Because I think there was a point that you guys were like, so there's some like a legal litigation going on that people are trying to move out and some people could not move some stuff. What was the deal?
Kroy stole a bunch of stuff, and so I'm just getting out like the treadmill's mine. And
Okay, so it was any like
so I have a document that says some of it's like obviously irrelevant at this point because there's no purses because he stole them all. But you know things.
okay, where's Kroy?
He's sitting over here on my china cat. We're coming here to the left.
Okay, hey, wait a minute, sir. Hey, I'm Sergeant for the Milton PD. So what's going on?
Well, this individual here seems to think that everything belongs to her.
Okay.
And they continue to empty out this house
Okay.
with property that belongs to me.
We have a court order for some items that are mine. I own the majority of this furniture before I ever met Kroy.
Okay.
Like my office, the dining room, all sorts of things. When I went to LA a couple of weeks ago, I came home and he stole a bunch of stuff. Every pot and pan out. We had 3 full kitchens, pots and pans, you name it, it's gone. So I started to move my stuff out,
Okay.
and that's mine.
Yes, ma'am. You guys are married?
Yeah, we're going through a divorce.
So you're still married, though?
Yes.
Okay.
And he has harassed this company so many times. I go to sleep and he moves.
So this is your moving truck right now?
Yes.
Okay.
And this has happened 3 other times.
Yes, ma'am.
You cannot prevent this truck from leaving.
I can if it's full of my stuff.
Well, as I said, I can't prove that it's yours or hers.
Right.
Okay, so at this point, this person can't, like, I don't want you to get in trouble for preventing a person from leaving your property if they're here legally.
Their bodies can leave, that truck's not leaving.
Well, that truck can leave.
It cannot leave my property once.
Well, as I
it's on
said,
my
that's,
property.
but that's the, well,
There's no law.
but this is
There's no
her,
law that states anything about that.
but it's her property as well.
It's my property.
It's her property as
It's
well.
my property.
Well, okay, but I guess you can't prevent that truck from leaving, sir.
I can't prevent that truck, it's on my property. So
That-
when it goes down on that property, it's down on my.
That's not-
There's
that's-
no law that says. I
that truck
can't.
is not yours.
There's no law that says I cannot.
That truck is,
Private property.
that truck is not yours.
I know.
That truck,
Everything on it is.
at this point, okay, there's no paperwork.
Right, but what's the law of that truck?
Can I talk?
I'm asking for the law.
Okay, can I talk?
Yes, you can.
Okay, so this truck came over here
Correct.
with your wife's or ex-wife request, right? So this is as much as her property, it is yours,
Right,
correct?
correct.
Okay, listen, ma'am, I don't know exactly what's going on because it's the first time I've been here. But what I understand is that there is a process that is going on right now between you and your ex-husband, or soon-to-be ex-husband, about the divorce. about something that in the past he could not remove any furniture from the house.
Let's start
And
over.
I'm not.
I went to LA and I came home to nothing.
Okay, listen,
So
listen.
This is just.
Listen. Just
I get
because
it.
he,
I get it.
just because he did, do you believe that he did something that he shouldn't do?
Yes, 100%.
Okay, well.
Oh, I thought you were asking me. I'm
no,
sorry.
no. Can I finish talking,
Yes.
please?
Yes.
If you believe that he did something that he was not supposed to do, that's you have a legal representation, correct? So you contact your legal representation, advise that he is in the contempt of the court order, and you go from there. Same thing I explained to him. If this is contempt of the court order, he has to file the same thing.
It's almost over. I'm moving.
Okay, but again, it doesn't matter if it is about there's one piece of furniture left. It doesn't matter. You guys have to come to an agreement. Because at this
I'm a very
point,
rational person, sir.
Because
The
at
police
this-
have not. They called for Kroy. They didn't call for me.
I understand what I'm saying is that the whole situation is coming because there are two adults that cannot come to like an agreement. And again, there's a reason why there is a
Because
court
he doesn't
order.
like what's done to him.
Because there's a court order in place. And you guys have to obey what the judge said, what the judge signed.
So isn't that sad, guys? Oh my goodness, that was really scary. First of all, Kim says how that she went away to LA for work, she says, and she came home and he stole everything. She says he stole the pots and pans, even her treadmill and her belongings. And then seeing Kroy in the house like that, guys, wasn't that terrifying? That was very scary. Just you could hear the echo that the house is empty. He didn't sound right. That was awful. He sounded very scary. He sounded very not well. Kind of mentally, you know, just because he was saying this is my house and these are my belongings, and it was something to the tone of his voice. He just didn't sound right. I actually have another police footage video of when Kim calls and says that Kroy actually stole her medicine. But first I have this clip here to show you that Kroy seems very, I mean, goodness, he is extremely stressed out. This was before the moving truck came though. He claims that she's a narcissist. And, you know, that's what a lot of people are saying online, that Kim is a raging narcissist and she has just discarded him now because there's no money left. And he has just, they say like, you know, he's just not doing well mentally at all because she's really breaking him down with maybe narcissistic abuse. So let's take a look at that. And then I do have the clip where she tells the police that, I believe she tells the police that Kroy stole her medicine. But let's check out this clip first of Kroy's.
Dude, I can't, I'm not going to do this. Because this right here does nothing but fuel her bull. I'm not doing this. This is narcissistic behavior. I'm not doing this.
I'm just trying to figure out what the
There's nothing to do. You shouldn't even be here. Who called you?
Your kids.
Who? What kid?
You have kids? I don't know. Whoever's in the house.
You've been outside this whole time.
What was the argument about?
Our life. Our life.
Okay,
And it's
so
destroyed.
why is it getting so heated?
Because our life is destroyed. What don't you understand? There's no money. There's no house. We're getting divorced one day and we're not the next.
Okay.
She's other men. What do you want?
Just calm down.
Calm down, but I don't have a life. And I don't have somebody who won't listen to me.
Calm down.
Oh, calm down. You want to live this mother? You wouldn't have lasted
Calm
for
down.
a year. You wouldn't have lasted a day in this house.
What's going on, Mr. Biermann?
I just he's just been screaming at me for like 2 hours, like a crazy person.
Okay. What was the argument? Why were y'all arguing?
Because I just said,
Why is he
I just
screaming?
want to get a divorce. Like, I just want this to be over. He wouldn't let me leave this morning. The gate is broke or whatever, so you have to manually open it. He jumped in front of my car. I have all these videos. He's blocking me from leaving. He just started yelling. I said, "Kroy, I have a phone call at 5:30. I can't do this right now." I'm sorry, my nose is moving.
It's fine.
And then I left. I finally got out of the gate, and I was walking in my robe down the street. And I was yelling for help to my neighbors, please, somebody help me. He's screaming in my ear, grabbing my robe, the back hoodie of my robe, and I mentally, and physically, emotionally could not take this any longer. My kids, he's get out of the house. If I go walk in, he kicks the kids out. And then if I come outside, he's get inside the house. My son's Mom, please take me to my friend.
Mm-hmm.
His dad said, no, you're not going anywhere. And so he's crying right now. It's just too much. He's mentally ill, for real. Like for real.
Are you
for real.
hurt in any way?
No, I just in my ear just screaming like a crazy person for hours.
So around 11 a.m.
What is he doing?
He's
yelling.
talking to.
So guys, isn't that heartbreaking? Wow. You know, and it's so sad for the kids. And she said the kids are in the middle of it. And the kids said, please take me to my friend's house. They can't even stay in their own house. There's so much chaos in the house. And then you hear that Kroy says that Kim is a narcissist. Now I have to tell you, when I first saw that, I was like, wow, Kim's a narcissist. But I have to tell you, a few narcissist people that I met, they were actually the narcissist. The first time I ever heard the term narcissist came from a narcissist telling me everybody else was a narcissist. Meanwhile, the two people that said that to me were the biggest, very, very, very sick with narcissism. Very, very, you know, you can't probably even get much worse. That's how bad they were in the narcissists. And they were telling me that everybody else was a narcissist. So that reminds me of that, because I don't know, guys, but you know, Kim, everybody says she's the narcissist. Everybody says she's a horrible person. What do you guys think? I feel bad because she was just crying there. So, but I remember when I first watched it, I felt bad for Kroy. And I thought, Kroy, oh my gosh, that's so sad. I mean, Kim is going out with another guy, but I mean, that's her right. But apparently she's going out with Chet Hanks, Tom Hanks' son, in LA. That's probably why a lot of times when she just says that she's going to LA, I think she's going to meet Chet. But what do you guys think? Do you think she's just dumping Kroy because there's no money left? That's what everybody says. There's no money left, so she's hitting the road. And she's dumping him, and he's just losing his mind. So he doesn't seem well whatsoever. And she did convince him not to talk to his family anymore. So he had cut his family off, his mom and dad. So I feel so bad for everybody, but especially the kids. Wow. The kids do not deserve that. They just, you know, they need a peace. They don't need to live in chaos like that. Oh my goodness. Hopefully things will get better now that Kim is actually at least trying to move out of the house, because they were trying to keep the house for a long time, but I guess they couldn't keep it because it went into foreclosure. So now they're moving out of the house at least. I do believe she says she has an apartment now, that she's trying to get her stuff to the apartment. So here is a clip though that I have. This is the last clip that I have. And this is where Kim calls the police and tells them that Kroy stole her medicine. And she claims that she had more plastic surgery. So why, I mean, imagine all this stuff that's going on. You think people really need to put their kids first. You don't need to be getting more plastic surgery. When, it's my opinion though, I think you should be focused on your kids, because the kids are very stressed out. But here is the clip here of Kim telling the police. Kim tells the police that Kroy has stolen her medicine, and I don't know if she called the police in this video before or after the moving truck. I think this is before the moving truck, but it's all at the same time. Because in this clip here, this is a body cam video, she tells the police that he stole the pots and pans. That's what she said to the other cop. It might all be the same day. They constantly have the cops at their house. I mean, it's just so horrible for those poor children. And imagine, they look like they were on top of the world, but meanwhile they had all this drama going on. So those poor kids look, but here's the clip where she calls the police.
He comes home, he has his own house. In essence, he shouldn't even be here. And he talks to Kroy and tells the moving company to leave. I'm like, I'm going to California tomorrow to work. Last time I went to California to work in the beginning of November, I came home to nothing. He stole all the dressers, mirrors, every pot and pan. We have 3 full kitchens, plates, forks, knives, measuring cups. I mean, everything. The pantry, the pantry, which had like, you know, toaster ovens and crock pots and all these other things. The freezer, everything was cleaned out. Okay. My entire storage unit was cleaned out here in the house. My entire cedar closet, all the bullets, the safe, everything was cleaned out. So, I knew that me going out of town to work in LA, that this guy would do the same thing. And so he made the moving company leave and told the moving company, and they texted me and the owner and was like, this makes 0 sense. You need to give Kroy a list of everything that she's removed before you can ever step foot on this property. Excuse me? I have a court order, and I'm not really sure why you're telling my moving company, this is my property, that they can't come back until they get this list. So he made them leave. So I have to fly out very early the next morning, which is why they were here on a Sunday. And I came home to nothing, okay? I came home to everything being gone. Well, tonight I realized he's taking my medicine. I just bought my medicine, it's like $700. There's another medicine in there that's like $500. He's cleaning my medicine out of my refrigerator. And that's kind of where I draw the line. Today I realized he's taking all the back. I mean, there's so much money that's been stolen from this property. So when I talked to my attorney, she said, you need to file a police report. This is 2 or 3 days ago. I don't have time for this shit in my life. But when it comes to my medicine that I have to medically have, and it's gone and stolen out of my fridge, I have a problem. So I don't know how to document this. I document it obviously in my notes for court. I'm just not sure at this point how to handle it because I've taken it for so long. And coming out here seems to do no good. Like he threw me off a ladder, and then we get on the phone with 911, which you can replay. He's calling for my daughter Kai, who witnessed this whole thing. And I said to the operator, he's coercing her. That's why he's calling her. Well, that's what he did. And I don't know if you were here for that night that I'm talking about in particular.
Yes, I was the one that took the report for that.
Great. So the very next morning, I'm in the car, and her brother says to her, why did you lie to the police? And I start to record. And she said, I just did what Dad told me to do. Like, I'm not a liar. And what I didn't show you was my surgery scars that I had on my arm. I had surgery 4 days prior. They were not my abusive scars. They were not scars of him throwing me off a ladder, not bleeding from them. I had plastic surgery scars from a show I just did that I was not willing to share. Not the injuries that I got from the ladder. I have videos of the injuries that I had from the ladder the next morning. And the audio recordings that I have in the actual like situation that went on. Like I'm just moving on in my life. That's all I want. I want this guy to leave me alone. I want to move on in my life. Like torture, the following me, the stalking, all of these things are just exhausting. And I mean, my own kids have called the police to protect me. And you know, I mean, I don't know. I'm sure you probably have heard that as well. Like, this is so bad. But at this point, the answer always to me is that you guys are legally married and I can't make you guys. At this point, though, like, this is a problem. You guys have had to try to get my medicine before. And he stands there with the door locked. This was in my own apartment now.
So I don't know anything about that. I just know about.
I know. I don't know who was here or who wasn't, but it was a while ago. I'm just giving you. My medicine is now in my nanny's room where I'm allowed to live, and he's not allowed in ever and at all. I have a court order that says that. So for me to, and he breaks in all the time. But at this point, like my medicine, I go out of town to do an appearance Friday morning super early. My medicine has to be ordered. This is a problem now.
Are you claiming that Kroy took it?
100%. Nobody else has been in my home.
Okay. Who all has access to that fridge?
My little kids. When it's like I have it locked, but he breaks in all the time. I mean, I can show you where he gets a wire and he's just right the doors over. He breaks in all the time.
Kroy or your kids?
Kroy
Okay.
does. I've had my kids all day today. Like they don't touch my medicine. Like they never have.
Okay.
I mean, he's grasping at straws because I'm leaving, and so at this point it's just gotten so severe. But it's put me in a pretty shitty bind because I'm leaving, and he knows that. I just paid for it, and I just took care of Christmas, and he doesn't buy a gift or stocking or wrap. He did nothing. Like it's just out of control.
So wow, guys, she says that Kroy has stolen her medicine. Now, that makes me wonder though, like, why wouldn't her insurance company be paying for the medicine? Why would she have to have $700, $500 medicine? But I was thinking, is it Ozempic? Is that why it costs so much money? Because people say you have to buy your Ozempic out of pocket. It's like $500, $1,000. I don't know, guys. I was just wondering about that, but I like want to know who's on Ozempic, right? No, I just wonder. And then she said she got more plastic surgery. How much more plastic surgery could she get? You know, she has a lot of plastic surgery. But the saddest thing, though, her saying that Kroy is making the kids lie for her, and the kids are having to call the police. And Kroy, should she say Kroy threw her off a ladder? This is so sad. And who did not think? I know I thought this was such a fairy tale, and to see what has happened is just so sad. And those poor children, to be living in this chaos and living with all of this insanity and this, who's the narcissist? Are they both narcissists? You know, I don't know. It does seem, everybody says, you know, online that Kim is the one that's the narcissist and she's narcissistically abusing Kroy. But, you know, I don't know. I hope they can get help though. What do you guys think? Who do you think is in the wrong here? Do you think either one of them is right? I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think down below. Kim Zolciak, I mean, What do you think of this whole situation, how things are transpiring? I mean, hopefully now that apparently she says she lives in her own house and he lives in an apartment and she lives in an apartment. So maybe things will get better now that they're away from each other, hopefully. But let me know what you think down below. And that's pretty much it. Thanks for spending time with me today. I hope you're all doing good and I'll see you very soon. Bye.